refrain. I remember you say Liberation Day, and I ask, you sure is that you wanna say? Cause you sounded so good to believe. And deception is a powerful thing when you lose your rightful thinking. So we voted for the bling. But you trick us with campaign promises. We won't say a tease, that's the way it is. We've waited in vain, hoping you'll ease the strain. But you now refrain, you now refrain. Yellow, yellow all the way is what everybody say. Cell phone ring, man answering. Yellow, yellow, no hello. Teeth get yellow, house get yellow, bus get yellow, man get yellow, even green get yellow, and so says 11-4. When you trick us with campaign promises, we won't stay a tease, that's the way it is. We've waited in vain, hoping you'll ease the strain. But you now refrain, you now refrain. Old school parables say you know what you have, but you don't know what.
Yes, good night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, Petit Martinique. Once again, it is time for Talking Points. My name is Sheldon Scott.
Not even things created by the great Jehovah.
Yeah, so you might see me running around every now and again inside here, just trying to make sure everything is organized. Yeah, transportation issues tonight. But I am here.
If we didn't know.
Yeah, my usual pickup kind of get the times kind of cross up tonight, you know?
Campaign promises, we won't stay a tease, that's the way it is. We've waited in vain, hoping you'll ease the strain. But you now refrain, you now refrain. They began with the blame game, giving NNP more fame. Past administration, the cause of frustration. Past administration, chief of corruption. Then to economic recession, we can't give you attention. Economic recession, the cause of poverty in the land. Economic recession, no employment for the ordinary man. When you trick us with campaign promises, we won't stay at ease, that's the way it is. We've waited in vain, hoping you'll ease the strain. But you now refrain, you now refrain. All your projects are stuck in a pipeline. But when asked, how is the country going? Oh, fine. We are looking into it. Never mind. Only projects in pipeline. No water to cool down the yellow temperature. When will they start? Please answer that. Oh, soon. Maybe by the next full moon. Although things are turning at a very slow pace, we now run no race. 5 years is a lot.
Yes, folks, so I do apologize for the late start. Of course, again, I had transportation issues in getting to the studio tonight. It is Independence Day. I can't blame anybody but myself for not moving a little earlier than normal, yeah?
We've waited in vain, hoping you'll ease the strain. But you now refrain,
So we are on. Tell your friends, tell your family. Yes, Talking Points is on. Again, my name's Sheldon Scott. I'll be with you up until, 10 o'clock, yeah.
1,000.
Or maybe a little after 10, yeah. I'll try to give you back your time tonight.
Strong. So why not send
It's just been one of those days.
money like water in foam? And
Happy Independence, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, yeah?
you can see us down by the brewery when they send SSU to beat we. Trick us with campaign promises, we won't say a tease. That's so.
So let's take the theme right from the top, yeah?
This is not politics. Please don't.
As we get ready to get into tonight's discussions.
Poets, not qualified as yet, but
Happy 49th anniversary of Independence, Grenada.
I'm not in this world to live up to your expectation. Neither are you in to live up to mine. I don't owe no one, no obligation. No one knows me.
Oh, Danny, you went to the stadium today? Yeah. Let me know if you went to the stadium, man. I find I see the place looking, you know.
That I am.
Find out what I find the place was looking kind of picky. Maybe it's just me and my eyesight. I don't know.
I am. That I am. Serious business. There is a time for everything, and for everything there is a season. So man and man must reason. So I think it's prime time that we address some more issues. Simple information I will use. No rocket science to get you confused. So relax your mind, make sure everything is fine, while I take you down a poetic line. Trick us with campaign promises, we won't stay at ease. That's the way it is. We've waited in vain, hoping you'll ease the strain, but you now refrain.
Just letting the audience build, you have to let it build up and think nice. Yeah, see the Facebook going nice there. And let me see over on the YouTube. Right. Let me see if I could get built a little more than that. And once I get built a little more than that, we're good to go. Yeah, nice.
Promises, we won't stay at ease. That's the way it is. We've waited in vain, hoping you'll ease the strain, but you now refrain. You now refrain. Yellow, yellow all the way is what everybody say. Cell phone ring, man answering. Yellow, yellow, no hello. Teeth get yellow, house get yellow, bus get yellow, man get yellow, even green get yellow, and so says 11-4. When you trick us with campaign promises, we won't stay at ease. That's the way it is. We've waited in vain, hoping you'll ease the strain, but you now refrain. You now refrain. Old school parables say you know what you have, but you don't know what you go get. So cherish what you have to diminish regret. But what on earth lasts forever? Not even things created by the great Jehovah. So the green grass ceased to grow to allow the yellow vibes to flow. But boy, one song I sing, one bell I ring. If we didn't know, we'd never know yellow would have treated us so. When you trick us with campaign promises, we won't stay at ease. That's the way it is. We've waited in vain, hoping you'll ease the strain, but you now refrain. You now refrain.
So let me see who is on the live tonight. Yeah, let me just shout out. I'm seeing Jillian, Karen, Kishon, Christopher, Sherms, Gil, Tyrone, Linda, Imelda, Francois, Cynthia, Karen. I'm seeing Rhonda, Susan, Norma, Cicely. Yeah, I'm seeing all of you there. Landon, Williams, Betty, Shami. Shami, I ain't hear from you for a long time, girl. What's up? What's up? I see we girl well representing out there in the US of A in her Grenada colors today. And folks, that was one of the greatest things for me today, was that technology has brought us to the point where Grenadians overseas, yeah, those of you overseas, have been able to continue to show your patriotism by posting yourselves in your national colors today. So I saw videos from several of my friends outside of Grenada. Those some people all in Texas and all in California, all over, and they had on their Grenada colors, or they had their Grenada flag and so on. And some of them went to work and they went about to school and different things with the Grenada t-shirt and so today, or in the national colors, just to represent. Yeah, they are proud. They are extremely proud to come from the best place on earth. Yeah, as I often say, you don't have to die to go to heaven. You just have to book a ticket to come to Grenada. Yeah.
Can never be wrong, but you hold your yellow conviction strong.
So Shawnell, Mavis, Marilyn, Courtney, what's up? Alicia, Nigel, Kisha, Dwight, hey, Red Girl, good night. Brenda, good night to you. Hey, Amisha, good night to you. Nice. I see your own special. Nice. Samantha, and over on the YouTube, Samantha, Marilyn, hey, Matthew, as usual. Doc, I'm seeing you there, Dr. Julie. Yeah, that's the lady that's fixed the smile and thing, you understand? Yeah, if you're going by Dr. Julie Dubois, Gentle Dental Care, yeah, you go in there, and when you come out and thing, they'll tell you, don't smile in the sunshine. If you come out Gentle Dental Care and you smile in the sunshine, you go blind somebody because your teeth bright. And you for a visit, that's why you understand, right? Nice. Gemma, Clive, Anne-Marie, Agnes, let me see who else is there. Wendy, Christine, Antonito, Michelle, Joyce, Sherma, Brother Watts, good night to you and happy independence. Winnie, Agnes, Londa, cuz hope everything is okay, my love. Jackie, Wendy, Christine, Dave, Caitlin, Deborah. I'm seeing Errol, I'm seeing Listra, I'm seeing Oswald, Gavin, Baby Daddy, good night to you, bro. Kathleen, Anna Barbara. Nice. Yeah. So I'm seeing all of you there under the live. And I hope that you all had a wonderful, wonderful Independence Day today. I hope that you all got to eat a little bit of oil dong and thing. You understand? Yeah, oil dong is a national dish, but we have many dishes here in Grenada. You know, you could get brong dong, yeah, oil dong. You could get brong dong. You could get corn. So I mean, it's corn key. Yeah, you could get all them kind of thing. Nice, beautiful.
Because after we say enough from Jonah, here comes still with more pressure and hunger. And from the mouth of Grenada, only one thing I utter. The Congress neglect us. The Congress fail us. And I could never understand the distribution of the wealth.
And as it's independence time, you know, let me independence time. Let me play one for all the people who outside of Grenada right now and wish they were home for independence, yeah? Happy Independence to you, Talking Points family. Yeah, I put on the DJ radio voice there. We'll be talking, just getting you a little music, man. Yeah, we letting them come in. Everybody come in.
Jennifer spent 15 years in Washington. Last day she came to jam for the carnival. Who sent she? I don't know, but she very lucky to bounce up along with man like me. She says so nice, everything alright. Believe me, I'm feeling fine. I want to wine. I say, honey, you better listen to me. Once you keep up the pace, you're in the right place. When the DJ play Peter Humphrey, she raise her hand and she tell me, making no place sweeter than home. I say she got crazy when they bring it flying up.
Let me say a special good night to my cousin Margaret.
Just give me permission.
I know that you are the husband listening. I know either you or he listening, or both of you. Good night, Margot! To my family out there in Carriacou, we say a special independence greeting to each and every one of you. And when I say my family in Carriacou, I don't only mean the blood family. No. Everybody in Carriacou is my family. Yes, yes, yes. Happy independence to you all and my good friends out there in Pity Martin. Maxan, good night to you, girl. Sherman, oh here, good night. Diana.
Inspector, what people make me wet me pants back on a lonely land. Boy, I had to dance. Then I went to cruise on the rum runner. I went for dinner at the Nutmeg restaurant and bar. I said, PYT, just take it easy. When you jump up in Queen's Park, you bound to come back. Jenny and the Esplanade, the jamming that be real hard. Check me out on the road show, we drinking curry for soup. When the DJ play on my squeezy, she rests her right leg on me, singing no place sweeter than home. They mix it up with Skylar. She bend down low and she back. She say no place sweeter than home. Just give me tangle, then bring in bubble. No place sweeter than home.
All right, I think I hit the number I was looking for to start the conversation tonight. Yeah, don't worry, we'll come back to the music. Remember, even after the program is finished, if you go to our Talking Points website, talkingpointsgnd.com. Let me just make sure that's the correct thing I'm telling all you. Yes, Talking Points. I'll put a lot of the Grenadian music there, so you all can have Grenadian music playing for the entire night, right? No, it's talkingpointslive.com. So you could go to the website, talkingpointslive.com, and the same way you could hear the program there, you'll also be getting all the Grenadian music. For the next 24 hours, you'll be hearing the Grenadian music just playing there. Yeah, you'll hear tunes that you ain't hearing in a lot of years. So we're going to put all of that to play via our online radio station. Nice, beautiful. Yeah, so let's get into it. First things first, though. Today, Independence Day, I have some congratulations, first of all, and then I have some observations. All right? We're all Grenadians. We have a right to speak on what we see and what we think, okay? I would like to congratulate the members of the Royal Grenada Police Force, and that's inclusive of the different units, the SSU and the Coast Guard, and so that came out today in the military parade. And so I would like to congratulate the officers for continuing to do their very best in the circumstances that they are facing, to continue to do their very best, their patriotic duty, not only going and go after criminals and not only keeping us safe and that sort of thing, but also every independence. It's something that you look forward to. Seeing the men and women of our Royal Grenada Police Force marching by, we look forward to that on a yearly basis. And all the others who were part of the military parade, the Pathfinders and all the others who were part of the military parade today, we'd also like to say a congratulations and a thank you to each and every one of you for continuing to display national pride. All right? To all of you who in whichever way contributed to ensuring that there was an Independence military parade today, we'd like to say congratulations and thank you. We are not like other people over here, so we ain't just going and just cuss everybody and tell people you're looking like monkey or clown when you dress up in national colors. Somebody find that audio for me, please. Yeah, just remember to get that for me, right? Nice. Yeah, because I don't watch them thing. But we don't do that. We are all Grenadians. The New National Party was not out there encouraging anyone to go any other location on Independence Day, as has been done in the past. Yeah, as has been done in the past. The NDC prior has been asking people to go down in Camerhorn Park and go in all other locations, but come to the national location where the national activity is taking place. So you didn't hear the New National Party telling anyone, don't go anyway. We didn't tell anybody that. In fact, on this program, and they could play back the tape and they would hear, when I said, yeah, go. And if you can't go, at least tune in from home or do something in your community. Yeah? I was just so, one of the things that threw me off today was I wasn't able to go up St. Andrew. I love to go up to St. Andrew, particularly, you see, by Sister Honorable Kate Skeeter Lewis area up there. Yeah, whether it's by Paradise or Poetry, whether it's inside the Cocoa, whether it's up in Ahoma or wherever within that constituency, I could tell you, I could fall in and get in a plate of oil long today, a day like today. Yeah, so I wasn't able to make my oil long run today, but I know that they showed their patriotic fervor, not only by cooking the oil long and so, but by trying to bring back that community spirit. Because, let's face it, the community spirit ain't community in as it used to community before. As it is right now, it's become wholly political in many communities. So when you saw the cleanup taking place a week or two ago, number one, I didn't see any set of information coming out that was saying to communities, so like for instance, I live in the south of the island, I live in Frequente. I didn't see anything come out saying, well, we're doing a cleanup in the south and all the residents of the south are invited. Instead, all you saw was some photo opportunities, because these people, it seems as though they think running a government is about the amount of photo opportunities you can take, not about how you can actually affect and effect the life and the lives of the citizens of Grenada. So it's all about the photo op. So you saw they come in town and they take a photo op. And I'm sorry, because one of the areas they said they took, they cleaned that alleyway between Melville Street and Halifax Street. That alleyway that runs between there where they used to have the phone bank and so. And I passed through there this week, and believe me, there is no area that looked like it was cleaned. There's a lot of garbage inside there and all kind of things. If they clean, maybe they just pass a fire hose through it, but they didn't clean that area. But yet still they took the photos to do like they clean. If you pass through there in the morning, you'll see what I'm talking about. You'd realize that the garbage that's there is garbage that's there for a long period of time. So I'm saying that some of us, even though we may be differently politically aligned, would have been willing to take part in community initiatives to clean our community for independence. But instead, what you saw were groups of NDC political activists coming out on that day, whether it be up in Beaton in St. David or it be in the market in the town of St. George, and just for a photo op. So just groups of NDC activists led by the NDC rep for that area were going into different areas. That's not community. That's not patriotic. 49 years as an independent country. The opportunity should have been offered to all of us to be part of these activities. I didn't say anything before. But it was clearly obvious that these were partisan activities. I've been involved in community cleanups and so before. Many. This is not my first time around the block, you know. I've been involved in many of these before. And I can tell you that before, when you're doing these things, people in care if there's an old NNP or there's an all are we from the same area, we're going out and clean. But you take a look at the pages of the NDC representatives for different areas and look at who went out and clean and tell me if there's just not another excuse for NDC activity. They've gone and they clean an area here and they take a few pictures and snap, snap, snap. We did something for the independence. Just to say that they did. No meaning, serious meaning behind it. Because they talk unity and they talk join with us and so on. But when it comes to actually doing something, to actually reaching out to others, they're not doing that. So that's one aspect of what came up for the independence celebrations. Then, there were some of the things that we saw taking place today. The embarrassment of the Prime Minister. And you can't blame the Prime Minister. Let me say it. Yeah, as I say, we like to be fair here. I'm not blaming the Prime Minister for his fupa, for his erratum, in that he was going up, he went on the stage and he forget to take the salute and he come back down. It's not he forget. The people around him is a waste of time. You cannot be the Prime Minister of this country and you have people that don't know what they're about around you. In fact, dear Prime Minister, you need to fire the entire celebrations committee from the head down. All of them should be fired. Because what passed as our national celebration today, I saw a post by somebody earlier, quote unquote, could be this, was nearly a national embarrassment. The police and them not save the thing, you know. The local thing and them, the police and them do is what save the thing today. Don't feel because you bring down a 3 bus load of supporters and they put them in one corner and they shout when they come out, yeah! that mean that it was a success? It was not. Because many Grenadians did not feel part of the activity and therefore did not come down. If you take a look at what took place there today, man, I fall asleep about 4 times watching. Seriously, I fell asleep about 4 times trying to watch the independence celebrations today. About 4 times. The only thing that saved it for me was the police. Everything from the production down. Not even my 2 people to sit down there and talk and say, give a little bit of information about how we came about independence or some facts about our history or nothing like that. Just straight, lap and cut. What kind of craziness is that? So what? Are you afraid to go and get show my wealth? Are you afraid to go forward? I know Uncle Lou had his issues recently, but still, he's a Grenadian. Even if I had him as a resource person. And there are many other people. You don't even have to just go for the elders. There are many younger people who could have been coached by these people. The Sherman Wells and the Lou Smiths and so on. And given the information so that they could have done a proper presentation. Because if my children have to look at what took place today to learn anything about Grenada, they can't. Let me say that again. If my children had to look at what passed for the national celebration today to learn something about Grenada, the only thing they would learn, 49 years old, 1974, Uncle Gary. That's it. There's nothing else that they would have learned from today. So the production itself, madness. As far as I'm concerned, I'm giving my personal observations from what I know has taken place before and what I know can be done. You can't move from having drone on the field last year, where you're getting all kind of shot from the bottom of the field at them kind of thing, to drone talking to you this year out at high wind speed. Come on, man. You all can do better than that. The thing is that you all have a bunch of people around you that give you the impression that they know. And they in themselves feel that they know. So they come and look what they allowed to happen today. What happened to the Prime Minister would not have happened if you had proper people planning a proper activity that ought to have been the springboard to our 50th anniversary of independence. Hello, next year, we are going to be 50 years old. When Trinidad was coming to their 50, they had a year of activities, and it culminated with a big thing. Jamaica, same thing. Now you telling me, we're here in Grenada, and we don't even know that by tomorrow, the launch should have been taking place tomorrow for our 50th anniversary of independence. But you see, when you have an incompetent group of people as your National Celebrations Committee, simply because of their political alignment and not because of their capability and competency to get the job done. And that is exactly what's happening. And I make no bones about it. This is the kind of thing, or even worse, that we could look forward to next year. It's the same thing taking place on a lot of other boards and committees and so on, you know. That people are being placed there simply because of their political leaning, not because of their competency in anything. I have sat on boards before, from years ago, since probably 2006, 2007. I've sat on different committees and different boards of the government of Grenada. And in every instance, there was a reason I was there, because I had a particular competency in a particular area. So I was able to lend advice. And the other people there were able to lend advice because they had competency. Yeah? So what you're seeing now, believe me, have you heard anything about looking forward to the 50th anniversary of independence? It's a big thing. All Grenadians overseas supposed to be booking ticket to come home next year. The week leading up to the independence next year. Only supposed to have full plane landing in Grenada. But it won't happen if you're using that same incompetent group of people that don't know that to tell the Prime Minister that when you stand up there, you're supposed to stand up there and take the salute first before you leave. That don't know that you should have at least a teleprompter there for the Prime Minister to read his speech instead of you had to read it off a laptop. That would have known that his press secretary can't go there and just start to talk off of an iPhone, I think it was, without even acknowledging a protocol list. And the same for the head of the committee. Just came and started talking, acknowledge. You have representatives of at least 7 or 8 different countries, diplomats, plus you have parliamentarians, etc., and former parliamentarians. You ain't acknowledge nobody, just go and start to talk. Good afternoon, and they start to talk. If you're really English, you're supposed to know that protocol is important when you're delivering a speech. And this ain't no sour grapes, you know. This is facts. This is as it is. And I'm saying it because I want to see better next year. I demand better next year. You ain't coming and mess up my 50th anniversary of independence of my country. You ain't coming and mess it up with that stupidness. The diaspora should be coming home. What's the organization in relation to that? If they can't even tell the Prime Minister that he's supposed to stay on the days. What's the organization? What are the plans? How are you going to improve the Calypso competition and up the standard of it? Yeah? How are you going to do that? Are you going to make any changes to that? Are you going to add any new activities? What about people who want to do private activities around that time? And how those private activities interact or counteract some of the activities that you want to do on a national level? All of those questions are questions that had to be asked. And I know some people could be upset because they will come and they go say, well, yeah, he only giving advice to them, giving advice. No, there's my country too. It's not just NDC country. This is all of us country. And we have to hold them accountable. They only wait until the last few days to light up the Parliament building. The last few days. You know, as well as I know, the nonsense that took place today. Again, I'd like to congratulate those who took the time out to be there, to show their patriotic duty. Those who participated. Yeah? But when it comes to the organizers, Mr. Prime Minister, fire all of them. Serious. No if what about it, you know. Fire all. All. Every man jack. And get people who competent. Don't mind if there's NNP. Like all afraid people want to say NNP. It's like when COVID now come out and somebody have COVID and you hear it have COVID in their house, you're moving out the village. You're going and stay. You hear it have COVID in one village, you're moving out that village and you're going and stay by some friend in the next area because it have COVID in your village. And when people heard it have COVID in your village, they want to stay there. They wanted, the bus even want to run in that area. When they heard it had COVID in that area. You remember that? A bus didn't want to go in certain areas because they hear it had people with COVID up there. So them bus men, them say, boy, me, I don't run in that, boy. I'm parking up. I don't go in there until this thing is up now, boy. I don't go in that area. So don't afraid people because you think they are NNP or you believe they support NNP or you know for a fact they are NNP or you have seen them around the new National Party. They have competency and they have capability. And as we head to our 50th anniversary, if you truly want unity, fire the right set of people. Don't study to just fire poor people in Karakou or 88 people in St. Andrew Southeast or the dozens that you've fired in your own constituency, St. David, or those that have gone home in the St. George area or on the West Coast. Don't just fire them. Fire the incompetent people that are around you. Get rid of the National Celebrations Committee. Every man jack. Fire all.
I stretch forth my helping hand to help you out. I haven't got diamond, silver, nor even gold, but blessings I give to its west, north,
and all you know, me ain't really care what they say about what I say. Eh? I say it as it is.
Grenada, Grenada, here I come. Sweet, sweet Grenada. I will never, ever let you down. Oh no, I'll always be.
So you tell me, but outside of that, all you tell me all these years the PM never really watched, never was at, because I know he was he was a diplomat, you know, yeah. He was representing the Kingdom of the Netherlands, yeah. He was an honorary consul, so he ought to have been at independence celebration sometime before. Yeah, he was the honorary consul of the Netherlands, so I thought that at some time or the other he would have been at an independence celebration, so he know what to do. But still, I'm not blaming he. It's the people around him. Yes, the security that had to save him, you know. These people didn't even have enough common sense to tell the security officer not to stand directly behind the Prime Minister while he was doing his speech. We have a caller online. Yeah, I'll take the call. I didn't open the lines, but I'm taking the call. Hello, good night. Hello.
Sheldon, how are you doing?
Hey, I good, man. You go right ahead. You're live. You go right ahead. You're live.
Listen, Sheldon, I want to, it might sound strange to you, right? But I want to look at the word diaspora.
Mm-hmm.
You listening?
Yeah.
Let me spell it out for you. D-I-E, like die.
Mm-hmm.
S-S, you know what that is? P-O-O-R-E-R.
I won't have you dissing my foreign people.
No. Sheldon, you know, sometimes they tell us one thing and they mean another.
Yeah.
If you look at how the government governing now, they govern in a diaspora style. Some will die. Some they say they're not okay education, so they may fit in the ASS, and the poor is the same people who are taking up the 150. They will still get poor. When you think about it, it's diaspora.
Okay, I'll stop using that word. It's a word I never used to like to use, and it grew on me. So I'm going to use a different word when I'm describing my friends, Grenadians overseas.
That word is an deception. They're telling you one thing, but they mean another. And these guys, if you look at how they just function, when the NDC, when the NNP in power, they're making noise. When the NDC in power, they staying quiet. So think about it again, the diaspora. Think about it again, right? Another thing I want to talk about here is the E2 visa. The E2 visa is a part of the CBI program. I've been hearing a breaking news today that Mr. Biden passed a law that this thing will affect the Grenadian government. I want you to do some research on that. And tell us something about it.
I've been speaking about that since October, my friend. That has happened. That didn't happen today, that happened last year. That happened last year. But I'll give you some info on it. No problem.
Thanks. And another thing is on the last thing. They'll have nurses in the Independence Parade.
It's been quite a long time I haven't seen them. I think it's time for them to return. It's been many years since I've seen nurses. St. John's Ambulance Brigade, Red Cross, and so a lot of them I'm not seeing again. It's time for them to return.
They must make the thing grand. I go there to see them people, and I see nobody else like that. Yeah. So I mean, come on, something had to be done to the Independence Parade, man. Independence means more to us than what they're showing us there, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Much more.
And the E2 thing. The E2 thing. I'll listen to you for some more information on it.
No,
okay?
I'll talk on that one in a little while. No problem.
Have a good night, man. Take care. Nice listening to you.
All right, bro. You stay blessed.
Remember to ask for it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I was afraid that one. But I'll speak on the E2 visa in a little while. But I want to complete on the independence celebrations. And the caller did make an observation. And no, I can't blame this grouping for that. Over the years, we've seen that you no longer have the nurses. And there are several groups. And that is not because of the government as such. But it's that those groupings are no longer there in the way that they used to be. The St. John Ambulance Brigade. And so you don't hear much about those groupings again. So it is something that we have to look at and see how we can build and get them back in operation. We have a caller. Good night. Hello.
Hey, bro. What's up?
Hey, I'm good. I am great, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
You book your ticket already for next year? You book your ticket?
No, I'm down here.
You're down here? Okay. But still book your ticket.
Yeah. Man, I listen. I try to attentively as I can to listen if they address the opposition. If they did tell me, I didn't hear they address the opposition at all. So I don't know if it's just I and me stuff or what have you.
I'd have to listen over, but when they did read the protocol list, I didn't hear the opposition members mentioned. But I try
to flip through.
I'll listen over. Yeah.
Yeah, and the points you pull out there was really eye-opening too, because I overlooked some of those things but I was basically targeting to listen for the opposition.
Yeah.
But we gotta catch up. I gotta call you sometime soon because
you should have my personal number, don't you?
Just the Facebook connection.
Well, message me on Facebook. I'll send you my personal number. That's not a problem. Okay, my brother.
I'll be leaving town soon.
Yeah, do that, and I'll link up with you. No problem.
Okay.
All right, great, thanks.
So have a great one.
Same to you. Stay blessed.
All right.
Yes, indeed, folks. Yeah, 4407377. Yeah, I mean, come on. Something as basic as having a teleprompter there for the Prime Minister to use. Yeah, when he's delivering us that caller. Okay, let me try again here. Hello?
Hello, good night.
Hi, good night. Go right ahead.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm fine. You're live. Go right ahead.
Very good. Happy Independence.
Same to you, my dear.
Yeah, Sheldon, as a former member of the national celebrations, I'm embarrassed because I know that the work that the celebrations committee of the NNP, the hard work that they have done and keeping everything straight on par. And people like Shoma Wells, Gloria Pin, Vanfield, and so on, I know where they are. They're in shock. Yes? And Sheldon, I don't know what happened. I don't know. A question asking, were there any rehearsal for the military parade? I don't know what happened.
But listen,
you
know,
experienced people that were there because they are NNPites. They just throw them out without even sending a letter to the. I know for me, I didn't get any. Up to now. So Sheldon, I'm deeply embarrassed and for my country, and regardless to what, the prime minister is the prime minister.
Yeah.
He didn't go there. The people voted for him. And I agree that he should fire the whole lot of them.
Yeah,
you,
clean house. All right, my dear. Yeah, fire them. That is we are the fire. Not them poor people children. Yeah, not them poor people children who work in different ministry. Not them seed officers who was doing an excellent job. Yeah, not the housing officers. Not the housing brigades and so. Not the people who working in various other programs that you find NNP that create that program, or they got the job during the period of the NNP, so you're firing them. Fire the incompetent committee that you have there. I don't care who vexed with me, send all home. Yeah, and get competent people. I don't care if you get a set of competent people and all of them is NDC. The bottom line is they're there because of the competence and not because there's NDC. But don't afraid to take people from the NNP. You all can be talking unity and everything you're doing, going against that. Everything you're doing, going against. Look at the fiasco that you had today. You could really sleep tonight comfortably and say that what you had there on display today was a good starting point for us to go to our 50th anniversary of independence. Listen, NNP, I think all you better start to do all your own thing for the... oh yeah, I missed that call. Yeah, I think you all better start to put together to have your own activities for the independence next year, for the 50th anniversary of independence. Yeah, probably we need to start putting together to do our own thing. Because I don't understand what's really going on there. Really and truly, I can't understand that one. Nah. Yeah. I think we have a caller on the line. Good night. Hello. Good night. We may have just missed that caller. Let me just make sure I clear the box. Nice, right. Yeah, 440-7377. You can call us on WhatsApp and you can call us directly. All right, so you can call us on WhatsApp. You can call us directly as well. Let me just hit the line. Good night. Hello.
Hello?
Hey, hi. You're a live caller. Go right ahead.
Good night, Sharon.
Hey, good night, man. You go ahead. You're on the air.
Today I watched all the security. Prime Minister security right behind me.
You need to speak up a little bit for me, brother.
When the independence thing. When NP was there, security right behind
My brother, for some reason you're very, very low. I don't know if you're using a Bluetooth or something else, but we're hearing you very low. If I'm hearing you low, I guarantee you nobody else is hearing you.
Huh?
I don't know if you're using something like a microphone or what into the phone, but you need
no microphone.
Well, yeah, but whatever it is, you need to raise the volume a little bit for us.
Huh?
Okay, nice. That is it. No, go ahead. Go ahead now. Yeah.
I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the thing today, and the security stand right behind the Prime Minister.
Mm-hmm.
So, come on, when NP have the thing, you have no security stand right behind signature, so. So I find what kind of thing is that? Because if the America, come on.
But let me say this. Even when you see the American president speaking also, you just ever see the security people in the camera angle? This guy stand up right behind, and I don't blame the security officer, and his job is security. But the people who are producing what is going out to the world, not just to Grenada, other countries are watching this. And they're seeing us now with so everything that goes out now had to have the prime minister and his security in it. The guys and them could stay at the side of the stage. Nobody want to do the prime minister nothing. I mean, yes, you have to do what you have to do, but still.
Yeah, what they say, Carriacou, Pity Mat, and Grenada.
A so-called teacher, you know.
Grenada, Carriacou, and Pity Mat, Nick.
A so-called teacher, you know. A so-called teacher. Now, this is a national event. This is not no NDC meeting. This is not no meeting next in front, no rum shop in no community. Where the NDC have and they come in and they talk and all of them have on the yellow shirt. This is a national activity and they ought to respect the Constitution of Grenada and respect us as Grenadians. So if you're saying it, you say it correctly.
Respect the national anthem.
And you're supposed to be a teacher. You're supposed to know better than that.
And before anything starts, they should say the national anthem first.
Why?
They do it wrong.
When they're doing...
They start talking first about that. A few seconds again, they start singing the national anthem.
Yeah.
They do it wrong.
Here's this. If they're doing an NDC meeting and they want to say Pity Martinique, Carriacou, and Grenada, it's all well and fine.
Yes.
Once you're doing a national activity, do it the right way. Our children are listening. Not just the people who want to vote for you. Our children are listening.
Yes, Sheldon.
All right.
Let's talk about this tonight.
No problem. All right, great. Yes, indeed, folks. So 440-7377, that is the number you can call to get on the inside. Yeah, if you're doing something, do it proper. That was another piece of nonsense again. You stand up on the independent stage with that foolishness. Come on, man. You're supposed to know better than that. That's incompetence. That was not an NDC stage you stand up on that you could be doing that foolishness. When you stand up on our national stage, you do things the right way. It is Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, and in fact, it is the state of Grenada. I know some of you never take the time and read all your constitution. It are them who sit down in parliament now. Never read the constitution of Grenada. They can't tell you nothing from no section. That's the kind of thing that we have going on. We have a caller. We lost that caller. 440-7377. Give us a call. Yeah? Nonsense. Come on, man. If you're doing things, do it the right way. Then all you just want to say people funny. Yeah? We have a call online. Good night.
Good night, Sheldon. Good night.
Camille Teresa Scott. Give your full government name.
Full name.
Your government name.
Good night to Grenadians home and abroad. Good night. Happy independence to every one of them who's listening all over the world. Welcome on, boy. Good day. Dr. Mitchell, Claudius Mitchell, wherever he is. If you're home now, lying down listening or watching television, relaxing. Good night, sir. Long boy, I make a nice oil long and I sit down here.
That's why me and you just fall out, you know.
Sleep with a job and sleep like too much.
You see, we just fall out.
I heard a caller call and spoke about the nurses. Sheldon, I remember I used to stay by the seawall. That is where the terminal is now. As a young woman, young girl growing up in town, used to love to admire the nurses in white and blue and white cap on the head. And the police van, we marching up, going to the Queen's Park. And in that time was Uncle Gary time. And the St. John Brigade, the Scout Masters, all the different kind of people in Grenada, the Coast Guard, I mean, we used to laugh at some of them, how they marching while the hand going here and you understand, school children, and we go in the park from Gary time and never miss. Independence celebration more than today, though, I lied.
Yeah, I mean, even the year I think they say nobody ain't supposed to come during COVID time. I think you went till...
I don't even watch. I didn't watch what going today. I stay home and I cook. I put on 2 butter oil.
Yeah, I mean,
2 butter oil.
You're overdoing it now, man.
I don't watch nothing, so I just hearing you talk about some man in the back of the Prime Minister And in my head, I could sit down and I could give the whole protocol with what used to go on in the time of the independence in Grenada. Trauma Welch, I remember the same Miss Cheryl, Miss Anne-Marie Marie show. They used to have a nice thing going on, and everything is going on there. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. As they say, they're doing their thing in depth. This is their time now, and they do things. So maybe they're doing their thing different, you know. So I don't know what's going on. But anyhow, I'm all right.
Lovely.
And I know everybody. Some people enjoy this. And we back to work tomorrow, please the Lord.
Yes, of course. We have a nation. We have a nation to build. So we're still coming out to work tomorrow.
And Matthew and Mr. Watts and Depo and all of y'all, you know, happy independent in Grenada. I even tell my children today, hang up a flag because they know they in Grenada, they do whatever it is, you know. But they do things different, Sheldon, and it's very hard for us to, some of us as Grenadians to accept how they do things, you know. It's sad. But they divide the flag, you know. The flag divides, Sheldon. There's no apology for that. We are divided people in this country. For what I see going on and things I was saying and you know, I don't understand. Then they must fire Doom too. If you want to fire them, they must fire Doom.
Let me tell you something. One thing I know for sure. My political leader would come on my program anytime I ask him. As long as he's available, he'll come. I will bet you any money right now, Gammy. Dum political leader will never set foot on his program. Never set foot there.
They must fire him. The Prime Minister must fire him. But they're scared of Doom. You understand? When you're telling people 1 year, they're stupid, they throw away the eyes green and gold. And now this year you have something saying different. Something wrong with these people.
Yes,
you understand?
indeed.
And those people that supporting that man, there's something wrong with them too. You almost advise him to go and get some hard work. Then you're depending on retiree to take care of you and your family. And then you're down radio calling Michelle All name. You had a man jacket still wearing on his tie. And cursing people as me. What I do you? What have I done to you? Cursing Mr. Cletus, the man involved the agriculture man. And yes, that has made some contribution to this country.
Clifford.
And said, all man, Mr. Clifford, you cursing them, you cursing me, I ain't do you one thing. You saying all of the things. What you telling the young people? What you telling the young people that growing up?
Yeah,
I think some of them are listening to you.
We ain't even
Nothing positive.
Let's not waste so much time on
I'm
him.
just saying.
Yeah, we have things to talk
People
about.
that listen to you.
But he's a waste of time.
People that listen to other people that speak good about you, and you have nothing good to tell the young people, and that's not nice. You understand? I don't waste time on him. I'm saying there's a lot of young people that listen to different programs, and they want to hear something positive about Grenada Caribbean Diplomatic. I don't waste time on him. Yeah, and I know he listen to your program too.
Of course they listen.
Young people
they're trying to learn.
And they want something good. So they could change their whole life around. You know, too much negativity in this country. And we don't need that. You understand? Too much negativity in the... look at me. I didn't go to no secondary school, you know. I grew up on the street. I grew up in a ghetto. But you cannot pull me and twist me around. You know? Yeah.
All right, Gabby, we go talk. I want to let people know something else there.
Go back and lie down.
All right, my love.
Patty, I love you, girl. And Miss Yolan Smith, wherever you all are. Good night.
All right, my dear.
Miss Yolan Bain, everybody. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Now, folks, to tell you how bad it is with the National Celebrations Committee. On a yearly basis, we have the National Awards ceremony. This year, it's postponed. They can't even have the National Celebrations Committee can't even hold a national awards. You mean there are no Grenadians in our country? You can't find, let me say you find 5. You can't find 5 Grenadians who have done something over the years or who has done something tremendous even in the last year that deserve a national award? Somebody that saved somebody's life and deserve an award for bravery? Or somebody, a teacher, who has done so much for so many over the decades that now deserves an award? You can't find nobody. So they send out a note today. Today, they send out a note on Independence Day, postponing the national awards for 2023. So the National Celebrations Committee regrets to announce the postponement of the national awards for this year. Unfortunately, nominations were few and many were incomplete. Well, dum. If it was incomplete, call the people who sent it to you and ask them to complete it. What, I'm a little lazy to do that too? Right. Failing to meet the required conditions to allow for a thorough and fair consideration process. There's no thing as thorough and fair, we tell you. That was on display today. There was no such thing as thorough. It's the police that save all you. Yeah. There was no such, and the prisons. Let me big up the prisons. Yeah. His Majesty, prisons. Let me big up the prison officers and them. They just look sharp when they come out in them outfit day. Nice. Yeah. Coast Guard and them, all of them all with the police too, you understand? So when I say police, all you know all you covered day. Nice. Now, you know them Coast Guard fellas and them rough me. Nice. The nomination exercise will be reviewed in the coming weeks with a view to streamline the process. Valid nominations received in 2023 will be automatically resubmitted for consideration in 2024. The National Celebration Committee thanks the public for their understanding and patience. What understanding? What understanding? Eh? Man, listen. Get a new committee. Get a new committee. Yeah, telling you straight. Something had to be wrong. How well I could cancel the national awards, you know? So you telling me the committee cannot call the people who submitted, and you find that because I know there's supposed to be a short biography, I know because I've submitted before. I didn't submit this year, but I've submitted before. Yeah, successfully too. I've submitted before. So I know that you have to fill out the form and you also send in a brief biography of the individual. And I believe that what you all may be referring to is that the brief biography was not attached. How hard was it to pick up a phone and call the person who sent in that thing to you and say, hey, we need a brief biography on the individual. Could you help us get that? Yeah? How hard it is to do that? So all you just cancel. Watch. Stupidness. Mawet. You understand? Yeah, get a new committee. Yeah, 440-7377. I realize I missed a couple calls there. Yes, man. You can call back now. I ain't forget the E2, you know. Yeah, we have enough time. I'm going to be dealing with E2 in a little while.
The land where I was born, I know you were so boring. Men have raped you and abused you and left you there crying. I devote my heart, my body and my soul. I stretch forth my helping hand to help you out. I haven't got diamond, silver, nor even gold, but blessings I give to east, west, north and south. Oh, Grenada, Grenada, here I come, sweet, sweet Grenada. I will never, ever, ever let you down. Oh no, I'll always be alone.
Okay, yes, I missed that call again.
By your side, with my arms around you to wipe your weeping eye. Oh, yeah.
See, this is what happens when people don't listen to you, giving them advice. For instance, recently, you had the passing with the excise tax on the alcohol and so. And I realized, you know what they did? Pour the permanent secretary, in fact, now, Paul, take it in your tail. Yeah, I'm going to say pour the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Finance. But if you sit down there and watch them take out the $150 on the poor people, take it in your tail. Yeah. That'll bring him on the TV Thursday night to try and explain one aspect, I think, and then they bring him on Friday night when they know most of us are not paying attention to the news to try and explain why the excise tax became effective as of the 1st of February instead of the 1st of March, as the Prime Minister said. The excise tax on alcohol and tobacco, which was supposed to become effective in March the 1st, not the 1st of February. We'll come back to that. Caller, go right ahead. You're live.
Good night, Sheldon. How are you today?
Hey, I'm fine, brother. You go right ahead.
See, things like that, when it's happened now, this is not just embarrassment, but you see, you could have education, but lack of experience. Some people say, well, give them a chance, they're going to learn. This governing a nation isn't like this, okay? Governing a nation is a great responsibility. I mean, across the board, I always say, we respect everybody in different party lines and everything. I think the colors really matters when coming to elections and all those things. And if you wish to change people along different committees and whatever, it is fine. But you don't do it in a sudden and then face destructions like this. Yeah? This is just crazy. I mean, if this continues to happen, what sense would it make? Because the thing now is not like the past. The social media stuff goes, with this time, in seconds you're gone all over the world. Yeah? You discredit the nation in this form. So how long this thing has to go on? Yeah? How long? I mean, this is not the first time. I'm sure there is more to come. And I hope that everyone get the act together, because it is not good for Grenada. There is nothing like party line now. It is Grenada, as you said. And that is we all live as one. And just get the right people to do the right thing. If you have to spend a little bit more, fine, but please get the things done properly that, it makes us all proud at the end of the day. And not to say there are not people here. There are. There was in the past, and people are still here. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying simply that there are competent people who know what has to be done and how it has to be done. And if the present committee can't do it, get rid of them. Fire all. Get people who know what to do. You understand? Because it seems as though the head and probably the body don't know what to do. So they need to get people who know what to do. Because remember, we're facing the 50th. We're facing the 50th anniversary.
But, I mean, in the common language, you call it the try thing. But it's not a try thing. This is not a home event or something. This is a national event. Yeah, this is a national. There are, as you said, there are competent people. Please get them involved. They were there. There's no reason drastically to move everybody. Yeah, at the end of the day, we work for the country we all live in, no matter who you are.
Well, I'll tell you something though. When I look at the National Celebrations Committee and I see the names there are only 2 people I'd keep. 2 I might consider keeping off of that. And I'm done with that. All right, my brother. You enjoy the rest of your night. All right. Thank you.
All right. Good
nice. Night. Beautiful. Yes, folks. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. You can call us directly, or you can call us on the WhatsApp. Also, if you are out there in the U.S. Or you're in Canada and you want to call and say Happy Independence, 347-329-3101. Let me give that number a lot slower. 347-329-3101. You should see it scrolling at the bottom of the screen as well, so you can give us a call. All right? Yeah, you could give us a call. Let me say a special good night to you, Mr. Nimrod Olivier. You and the wifey, man. In fact, the entire home circle, man. Tell mommy good night as well. And your brother, I know your brother is listening, man. Yo, bro. Hello, man. Good night to you. So as I've said before, yes, fix the thing because we're heading to our 50th anniversary of independence. Yeah? That's a point in time that when we're having our independence ceremony, you're supposed to see the heads of state and heads of government of other countries coming to Grenada to celebrate that with us. Yeah? You're supposed to be seeing military contingents from various countries coming to Grenada to celebrate that with us. Yeah? You're supposed to be seeing a lot of activities leading up to that. And our Grenadians, they say, don't say diaspora, but Grenadians that are out there should be looking to come home, booking their tickets from now for next year to make sure that they're here for the independence celebrations. And as you're here, you could stay for kayak mass one time. Yeah, you could just, as you'll be here for the independence, yeah, you could just stick around a little bit longer and you could end up in kayak mass at the same time. So it could be a nice, one thing, right? Anybody want to do the family get together at that point in that? That's a nice time too. 50th anniversary of independence, you're getting kayak mass if you're from Carriacou and thing, and you could have your family get together. You understand? Nice. But at least there should be some forward planning. And what I saw today could never be a springboard to your 50th anniversary of independence. Yeah? I expect, in fact, if I was the head of the celebrations committee right now, I would not wait for them to fire me. I'd have handed my resignation after the nonsense that take place today. Today, Independence Day, you're sending out notice that no national awards. Today, you're sending that out? Of all days, today you're sending it out, There were few and many. How much national awards you expected to give out? 50 something? Sometimes it's 5 or 6 that us give out. So that you can do? Please, man, seriously.
And the policeman stays up all night. His turn on duty, protecting you and me. In the dark like a
So I know some of you have been asking because I've seen that video that's going around, and yes, that is so. Now, Grenada was one of the few countries that had an E2 visa. They could have applied for an E2 visa to the United States. Now, what is the E2 visa? The E2 visa, in simple language, it's a visa that Grenadians could have applied to, an economic visa, so that you could start a business in the United States, or so you get the visa so that you could start a business and so in the United States. Now, many people in Europe and so wanted a Grenadian passport, Europe, Middle East, different places, because they had enough money. They could go and do the E2 visa and they go into the United States on an E2 visa rather than normal B2 that we go and we get and so. Because normally we go and we get the B2 visa, right? That's the visitor's visa. You go, you visit, you come back. They have the student's visa. The diplomatic is a separate thing. And you have that sort of thing. Now, that, which was a special thing that Grenada have, I don't think any other country, as far as I know, in the Eastern Caribbean, no other country I know in the Eastern Caribbean has a similar visa to that from the United States. Grenada had it. Now, it has been removed. In fact, it was passed at the ending of last year that people under the CBI program would not be able to get the E2 visa. What this has done is that was one of the major selling points for a Grenada passport for people under the CBI program. Now remember, people under the CBI, they want your passport, one, because it allows them to go to countries that their present passport does not allow them to go. Yeah, for instance, a Grenadian, our passport allows us to go to the United Kingdom without a visa. We do not need a visa to go to the United Kingdom. So we can go there. You might be very surprised that a Jamaican doesn't have that. A Jamaican, if they have to go to the United Kingdom, they have to get a visa to go to the United Kingdom. We don't. Yeah? If we have to go to France, we can go to France without having to get a visa because it is one of the Schengen countries. It's within the European Union. And we can travel to all of the European Union countries without the need for a visa. So we can enter. We can go to Germany. We could go to France. We could go to Switzerland and Sweden and all the European Union countries. We can go to them without the need for getting visas for those countries, right? So individuals from countries that need to get visas for those countries would like to have a second passport, a Grenadian passport, that especially if they're businessmen and they're doing business, they can travel to those countries without having those problems. Yeah, without having to, you're going to France and then from there you're going to Switzerland for a meeting and then you have to jump over to Germany and you have to get a visa for all of those countries. No. If you have a Grenada passport, you don't need that. Unless you're staying in one of those countries over, in some it's over 60 days, in some over 90 days. And so then you would need to apply for a visa. Once that time is approaching, you need to apply for a visa to stay longer than that. All right, different countries, different time frames. Now, the E2 was a selling point for the Grenadian passport under the citizenship by investment because other Caribbean countries, passport programs don't offer you that opportunity. Now, the US, they are against citizenship by investment programs. They are against that. Right? The UK is against it as well. And they may pretty soon be putting things in place to pressure countries to stop the citizenship by investment programs. So the US have already passed in their House of Representatives, they have passed an act now that stops people who are carrying a Grenadian passport through citizenship by investment. I have to double check. I don't think it's for all Grenadians, but those who have obtained a Grenadian passport through CBI, they will no longer be able to apply for the E2 visa. Now, the net result of that is that Grenada's citizenship by investment program gone down at 2 pegs. So where it was up here, it gone down at 2 pegs now because people wanted the passport from here because it gave them that. Now they don't have that. They might still want the passport because they might still be able to travel to some countries for now because there's also legislation in the European Parliament that they're seeking to pass so that they either A, all countries that have citizenship by investment programs, they're going to pull the Schengen visa, which I was just talking about to you about. They're going to pull that from them, which means that then you'd have to get a visa to go to all of those countries. They may be pulling that from all countries, not just Grenada, but all countries that have CBI programs. So they have introduced, and they've been speaking about introducing that into the European Parliament. Similarly, the UK is looking at similar things. All right? It means, therefore, this government based a lot of their $1.2 billion budget on money that's going to come in under the CBI program. So they're planning a lot of what they intend to do, from paying salaries, which they ought not to be doing with CBI receipts, but it seems as though that's the intent, because they've actually changed the amount of money that they can access from the National Transformation Fund, which is where the CBI funds go into, from being able to access only 60% to being able to access 90% of the money that goes in there. That's what they did in Parliament the other day. They changed being able to access 60% to being able to access 90% to do as they like. Yeah, which should be going to capital projects, but it seems as though they're going to use it for recurrent expenditure. When I say capital projects, I mean build a school, build a health center, fix a road, or invest in a program that's coming up. Like, for instance, you're doing a program that's going to provide employment for people and so. No. Instead of that, they're going to be looking to pay salaries and this kind of thing and pay off bills and so with the monies that are coming into CBI as well as other things. Now, that's one thing aside. Now, as I said, it means that Grenada's passport, which was here, is down here. Less people are going to want it. So the projections that the Ministry of Finance has made in relation to how much money Grenada could bring in through CBI has to change. It definitely has to change because they were expecting to make a couple hundreds of millions of dollars off of CBI. That is no longer a guarantee. Now, they have done something that the other Caribbean countries that are in CBI have not done. They have officially announced that they are going to be giving people from Russia and Belarus and Ukraine the opportunity to get passports under the CBI program. With screening, get passports under the CBI program here in Grenada. Last year, I believe it was February last year, the Grenada government, due to the invasion of Ukraine, ceased taking applications from people from these countries. Remember, you had some people in Ukraine that was on the Russian side, the people in Russia and Belarus, which is basically with the Ukrainians as well. so that applications from those people were ceased. Not just in Grenada. St. Lucia did it, St. Kitts did it, Dominica did it. Other countries did the same thing that have CBI programs. Now Grenada has reopened. Grenada is taking applications from them. There is something that's happening that several people have noticed is happening due to that. Yeah, and I'll come to that in a while. So it means that they have been focusing on getting the receipts out of that to bolster the number of people that are under the CBI program and the amount of money that is coming into that. Because less people from other places are willing to go after the Grenada passport because now you no longer have the E2 visa available. And in addition to that, you also have this situation where the other countries, St. Kitts, Dominica, St. Lucia, have looked at Grenada and realized, hey, they're taking Russians. We're not taking Russians, but what we will do is that we will drop the price of our CBI programs and give people the opportunity to get a passport and citizenship from us much cheaper than Grenada is offering. So that's another challenge that Grenada is facing. St. Lucia has put in different things that makes it more, for want of a better word, sexy to the person that's looking for another passport. Yeah? Dominica is doing the same thing. St. Kitts is doing the same thing. So that people who are looking at where should I go to get a passport in the Caribbean would look at their countries instead of looking at Grenada. So that is taking place as well. The effect is that what government was expecting to get from CBI, they most likely will not be able to achieve those targets. They will drop short of those targets. Unless something amazing happens, they will drop short of those targets. The effect, though, as I mentioned earlier, of them taking Russians under these programs, while it's not something official, ask a lot of people who are going for the US visa what's happening with them right now. You have loads of people going up for the US visa and being refused. And I'm not speaking about people who are going there and in normal sense they wouldn't qualify. I'm talking about people who are business people. In other words, they have businesses operating here in Grenada, right? They have businesses, they have money in the bank. They have everything that is required. They have no criminal record, all kind of thing. They are what America would want to come into their country. And they are being denied visas. And there are several instances of that happening. In fact, one time a group of people went up and was about 14 of them and only about 2 came back with the visa. The other people were refused. And many of those people are people that in any other time would qualify. And the Americans would gladly give them a visa. So while they may not tell you, while the US government may not tell you, hey, we ain't like what they're doing by giving Russians Grenadian passport. They may not tell you that, but they know how to force you into stopping it. They would quietly do things that would put you into a position that, you know, hey, this is happening to us because of that. We need to stop it. Yeah, so that is what has been going on there. I've seen the thing with the E2 visa circulating. I would get some more information in relation to it. We also have an individual I want to bring onto the program one night that would discuss the CBI program and so how the receipts are spent and that kind of thing. We'll have somebody coming onto the program to speak about that very soon. All right? Nice. So we're going to be having that, and I'm going to make sure and let you all know a little day or two before. Phone number 4407377. So it may very well happen. Remember, the government had a loan authorization bill for $350 million. That means that between January the 1st and December 31st, they can borrow. They are authorized to borrow up to $350 million. Yeah, and if they are not able, in other words, if they're not seeing enough money coming in, they can go ahead and borrow that kind of money. And it may very well see them having to actually go and use the loan authorization and borrow money if they're not making enough money off of the CBI receipts and out of other areas.
With your name on it, don't bother with them. One day you go rise up to. Cause in times to come, is the bread they might have to eat. Listen, let me go. Oh, Grenada, Grenada, here I come. Sweet, sweet Grenada. I will
Yeah, I see you all looking for Antonito. He maybe eat too much oil long, so he may be sleeping. But yeah, for those of you that wanted to know what's going on with the E2 visa, that is what's going on with the E2 visa. And as I told you, there are a lot of other things. Now, remember, some countries, they would not come to you and say, don't do that. But they would do things to make you know that they ain't like what you're doing. So if you're seeing that a lot of people going up who otherwise they have all the documentation, they should qualify, and they're going and they're being refused visas, that's the US way of saying stay in your place and deal with that problem that you have in your place. The problem being the people that are doing this kind of nonsense, yeah? Antonito, you're over on YouTube and the people looking for you on Facebook, man. Now, know some of the other ways that they're going to try to find money is that they're going to increase the tax base, because the mere fact that they went through what they went through to pay public workers, and as of today, Independence Day, you still have several categories of workers, some of them even in the Prime Minister's ministry, who have not been paid their salaries up to today. They have not been paid their salaries. The mere fact that that is happening, and the same set of jokers who are doing that, telling you to go and pay salary every fortnight, 7 weeks, they can't pay some public workers, but they're talking about paying salary every 2 weeks. Yeah? They ain't say they're going and pay you the salary that you just get at the end of the month every 2 weeks, you know. The same salary, they're just cutting it in two. You get half now and you get half the other. Yeah, that's what they're going to do.
Oh, Grenada, Grenada, here I come. Sweet, sweet Grenada. I will never, ever, ever let you down. Oh, no.
So as I said, the other thing that they're going to do to try and increase the amount of money that government brings in is increase the tax base. So a lot of you who do not qualify for paying taxes or different fees right now may find that sneakily you are made to pay taxes and fees and so on. So that is why I was telling you the other day that they're going after the hairdressers, they're going after the barbers, they're going after the nail technicians and the masseuses. Yeah, the people who do the little massage on the beach, the people who braid the little hair on the beach, all of them. They are going after these people. They have already passed the SR&O in relation to that. And there are different qualifications. In fact, the amount of things that they need: 2 passport picture, police certificate, a character. You mustn't have a court case, all kind of things. Like if you're going for a visa for the US or Canada, you know, they have all of that down there for these people. Like if you're going for a visa for the US or the UK, well, the US or Canada, we don't need visa for the UK. US or Canada. Right? And that's just to be a barber. And then they are going to make you have to pay on a yearly basis, or every 2 or 3 years, 2 years, I think it is, they were saying, that you have to pay $300 and so to be licensed. So when you go by a barber now, or you go by a hairdresser, they have to have a license. And then they have a set of rules that if these people break the rule, then they could take the license. And you must see the kind of rules that they have there. Basically that you are your barber shop, but you can't get upset. You must never get upset, because if you only get upset with a client and the client go and report you, you could lose your license. Yeah, all sorts of nonsense like that they have in place. So they have that. You're going to have to pay to be registered. I think it's around $700 if I'm remembering correctly. I don't have the act in front of me right now, but I'll get it so we could discuss it again during the week. I did discuss it before, but some of you may not have heard about that. Right, the Allied Healthcare Practitioners Act and so. So you have to, there's the application fee, then there is fee, the processing fee and all this thing. By the time you look at it, for a barber to go and get registered, they have to pay somewhere around $700, about $700, same way a hairdresser, or even a nail technician, somebody doing nails and so on. But you have to provide a health certificate to do nails. All this sort of thing that they're speaking about, yeah? You know, I think I played that one already. You know, let me give all you a nicer tune than that, man. 4407377. It is our Independence Night now. Yeah, the day finishes with the night. Nice. Into our 49th year as an independent nation. I don't think because we speak about the independence and think that we forget the people with the seed, you know. Yes, Mr. Prime Minister, again, we call on you and your government to reconsider the move that you have made and to ask for compensation, give compensation to the people and ask for forgiveness. Yeah. And also, as we've heard as well, outside of taking the 150 away from the 5,000 households, they've also removed some people totally from under the program. We're not just speaking here about the people who were under the stimulus part of things. That was for the 6 months, as they said, and they extend for the 6 months. We're not talking about them. We are talking about people who were under seed itself, the proper seed, yeah, and they have been removed. People who were getting money for several years now and have been taken off for whatever reason. And it's the way that they're being taken off. I've been speaking to some of these people. They say they don't get a call, nobody a message, nobody didn't tell them anything. All they know is they went down for the money one day. They were told, no, we're doing it alphabetically. They leave, they go back home, go back the next day, and were told, hey, no money here for you. Yeah? That you've been taken off the program. Just like that, you know. No explanation or anything. And then the impression that's been given that the seed program has never been going through the process of review. Every month, they were taking people off of the program. You had to take off the dead people or people who travel. And so that is not something that the last government wasn't doing. That was a monthly thing. That was a monthly thing that was being done. The seed officers would come in, they bring a list. These are the people that have died or this person has traveled. They're no longer in the state and things like that. So you take those people off of the program. We have a call online. Good night.
Sheldon, I just called back. I want to say good night to Miss Jacob. You know hearing anything about her?
I do know that she's at the home, but she doesn't have a radio. And she doesn't yet have a phone there. So
what home Miss Jacob there in?
She is at the, oh boy, that's the one in St. David there. You know, I think it's the St. Teresa's, I think they call it.
Okay.
You know the one right on the little corner there as you're going up St. David? On your left hand?
I got to find out.
Okay.
And
yeah, but the St. Teresa's, I believe it is.
There is some people that going around just coming to your home and questioning you how much people are living in your house. What that's for?
There's a national...
They come in and ask how much people... A lot of questions they come in and ask people.
No,
I want to advise some of them. Don't come in my yard.
Oh, gosh.
Don't ever come in my yard.
Here's what. We're responsible on this program, and we'll always be responsible on this program. There is a national census taking place.
Oh.
There is a national census. But what I will tell you is this. Anybody come to you, number one, they should be wearing a shirt that identifies them as a census officer, and they should have identification. If they don't have a shirt, the proper shirt with the census thing on it,
I don't want to know. They could
and they
have
do
all
have the
this
thing.
shot and I don't want nobody to ask me no question. They could have all these shots with whatever. Right?
No.
Because nobody don't know where I live in. You don't know where I live in if I eat in the bathroom. I don't know why you come and question me. I just want to find out why. So, them don't know where I live in. I don't want nobody. The people are helping in selling the good thing what know about me. I don't want nobody come and question me about how much children I have and this and that and the other. You know, all the years I work with the Ministry of Finance, you understand? I don't get nothing from nobody. I was the caretaker there for years since Mr. Wilson time. Mr. Wilson dead and gone.
That's Laurie Wilson?
I don't want nobody come and ask me no question. They could go in other people home. Have a good night.
All right, but yeah. But yes, there is. And I say, we always try to be responsible here. We're not like other people. We're making the distinction. We're not like other people. There is a national census going on. But if the individuals come to your home, they should be able to identify themselves. Number one, they have a shirt, a particular shirt that they're wearing. They should have the ID as well. They don't have either one of those, tell the people come out your place, please. All right? They have to identify themselves properly. The information that you're giving is supposed to be private and confidential. When they get that information, it is to create the statistics and so on, so that you know how to address different issues, economic or social or so, in different areas. All right? So I would encourage people to take part. I would and continue to encourage people to take part, because on this program and in the party that I associate with, we do things the right way. Nice. So I will say, take part. All right, it's up to you. It's your business. If you want to tell them how much children you have and this and that, and so it's up to you. All right, that is up to you. I am suggesting that you do give the information. It is valuable and it does help governments in planning, because it might not just be this government, it could be the government afterwards. It helps in planning that they know this bits and pieces of information. All right, nice. So let's just make sure that we work along with them, but they must identify themselves.
The land of my grandfather, she will always prosper.
Yeah, Mother Teresa's in Pomrose. Yeah, I don't know that it's on the left-hand side when you're going up there. Yeah, right by a little kind of corner. Yeah, Mother Teresa's. So Teresa is in Teresa's.
If we learn to pull we hand, do the little that we can, we could make Grenada a better land.
So someone wants the Wendy Ann, she wants the name and the head of the Ministry of Health, because she has a bone to pick with them for some missing supplies that was sent to the nursing homes that disappeared. Wendy Ann, you need to inbox me on that one. Yeah, when I'm moving around, I will go and check on Miss Jacob. You all know me, you know I will pass as soon as I'm moving around.
Such as the United States.
And folks, don't forget to donate. As I said, even if it's $5, if each of you give a little $5, there are a lot of people that we can help, yeah?
I see madness in society.
Even if you do $5 and you want to give $2, give it, yeah? The link is on the YouTube and on the Facebook page. Remember to like and subscribe to both pages as well. We need you all to, yeah, Talking Points is now up to, let me see, yeah, we over 1,000 subscribers now on Talking Points on YouTube. So we're looking for, let's get it up to 2,000 now. All right, nice. And over on Facebook, well, I can't check on it right now, but we have quite a large following there as well. So folks, yeah, let's try and help as many people as we can help.
Oh God, my country is a paradise.
Yeah, so Wendy, and you inbox me. Inbox me on my personal Facebook though, not the Talking Points Facebook. I'm pretty slow at getting back to people that inbox me on Talking Points Facebook. I'm very sorry about that. I'm pretty slow on doing that. So as I was saying, yeah, the government's intention is to fully broaden the tax base. In other words, if you have more people paying tax and fees and that kind of thing, they're going to go after the plumbers just now. They already have the electricians. So they're going to go after different categories of people. Like the plumbers, busmen, don't feel they forget all. They're going to find a way to get more money out of you all. They're going to find a way. Yeah? If it's to charge you all a special fee for something or the other, they're going to find a way to get more money out of you all. Today is the hairdressers and the nail technicians and the barbers and them. Don't worry, busmen, they're coming for all you too. And that's why I say we are different, because we wouldn't do what other people were doing when you had censuses and taking place before, where they're saying, run the people out here. No, I'm not saying that, no.
Creating some false impressions about us. Telling the whole world Grenadians, of course. If we should sit down and take this thing to consideration, it do no good for our day.
4407377, that's the number.
To be outstanding among the rest.
So I hope you all understand a bit as what has taken place with the E2 visa and what some of the moves that's being made by this administration is affecting the common man as well, huh? Yeah. So it's highly unlikely that they'd be able to meet their projected targets in relation to how much money you could bring in via CBI, because that's what they're hoping on, that's what they're dreaming on, that they're going to be able to make enough money under that to help fund the $1.2 billion budget. Also, if some of you find that you're having real problems on the port, that all of a sudden they hitting you hard on the port when they bring in stuff, the government looking for additional money.
If we learn to pull we hand, do the little that we can, we could make Grenada a better land.
And strange enough, the E2 visa is actually a CBI visa for the United States. Eh? Yeah, you get it based on an investment in the US. We have a call online. Good night.
Sorry to come back, Sheldon.
Yeah, no problems.
Can you give us update on the traffic light situation? Many things have been installed and up. It's quite a long time. I see nothing is going up. The preparation has been done, but it's taken so long, right? And number two, the taxi runway, which is supposed to be added on to the Point Selene Airport, is still in the making, or that's been removed.
Okay, I'll speak on it. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, on the, well, I don't know. Listen, I'm not the minister at MIT, you know. I'm not the minister at MIT. Yeah, I'm not the minister of mobilization, implementation, and transformation. Not me. That you have to ask that question, you know. But anyhow, I can say that the airport project seems to be going ahead. It was started before this administration got into office. I am seeing the trucks in the Grand Anse area up and down. I'm seeing the asphalt plant, etc., that they've set up there, and the company seems to be moving forward with that particular project. As to what percentage is complete, as to the exact state of the project, I'm not sure. All I know is that I'm seeing the trucks moving. I'm seeing people working and so there. So it seems as though that is taking place, that is moving forward. The traffic light situation, every now and again, I'm seeing the people at the different locations trying to set up the poles and doing the different things with the traffic light. How that is being done, I have my concerns in relation to it. For instance, I'm seeing areas that have been dug up, and they've been like that now for the longest while. I'm serious. Like, for instance, by Pandy Gap, you realize that there's some trenches that were put there and have been there for the past few months. Since before Christmas, those trenches have been there. You've also seen that they were doing similar in town. I think they've patched up the one or two areas in town and so. Because they do not have post-cabinet press briefing, you, my friend, cannot find out, because the people in the media don't have the opportunity to now go and ask. They don't have the opportunity to ask questions in relation, because that is what you have a post-cabinet press briefing for, so that people can go and ask questions of the government about these projects and where they're going. But remember, this government said to the media and to you that they go hold a press conference when they think there's something that you need to know. Yeah? So whereas the media, GBN or MTV or whether it's Kalistra or Linda or whoever, could have asked the minister or asked whoever was on the post cab, because once they're representing, they're supposed to know a bit about what's going on overall. What is the state of these projects? You understand? They could have asked these projects, they could have asked about these projects and so, to find out what is taking place, what is going on with these projects and so, but you don't have a post-cabinet press briefing. Remember, that's traffic light project was supposed to be a $40 million project, if I remember correctly, you know. Starting from the airport, going right up. Benny, we have a call online. Good night.
Shalom.
Yes, sir.
Did the Prime Minister study politics before? I know he was a lawyer, but did he study politics before he came into the politics arena?
Well, I do not know. I don't know if he did. I don't know if that's one of the subjects he did at university. I don't know. I don't want to say no, and next thing he did it at university or something.
So what do you think the man did in his start of his prime ministership? I mean, you can't survive with that. You can't give no tax amnesty. You can't just give your ministers $2,000. You can't come and take things from elderly. Course will take you. I tell my fans, I say what, I give all NDC 6 months to start to destroy themselves. I say they wouldn't go in 6 months, but in 6 months they will start to destroy themselves. And we have seen it right away. NDC is like a trade. They have a track record. You know, a train run on a line. They can't, and if they go up, people going to die. Well, the NDC is like a trade, and they can't stop. You see, because the movers and shakers of the NDC works behind the scene. Mm-hmm. And they have this communist ideology, and communist and democracy don't go together. You see? So it's a whole different ballgame, and NDC will always be NDC. I don't know how Grenadian people, I don't know what they do. If they work OB on them, I don't know what they do. But they work and they just take this empty promises, and now they without a job. And Sheldon is a sad reality. Thank God for you who is enlightening us and stuff like that, because without you, the government might look as though everything's all right. But when people listen to you guys, Master Carl, Mr. Pierre, and others, we know that the things is just not going right. And you guys making a sacrifice because your life is on the line and all the rest of it. But we're praying for you guys. We're praying for you guys, and pray for yourself. And let us ask God for the inspiration so that these things will come out and Grenadians will be educated, enlightened, so that they can make more sensible decisions. Have a good night, partner.
All right. Thank you very much, caller. If he studied politics, I really don't know. I've got no idea if the Prime Minister studied political science. I do not know. What I can say, I think he said something about him being a youth advocate. I find that difficult to believe. I've known the individual who is Prime Minister since the year 1994. I've known that individual, and I've never known them involved in youth advocacy. I've been involved in youth. I've been involved in youth advocacy for the majority of my life. Yeah, since I was a youth. I've been involved in youth advocacy, youth groups, and helping set up youth groups and all that sort of thing. I've been involved in the Ministry of Youth on 2 separate occasions in different areas, and so I've been in charge of youth groups, youth organizations. I've been the deputy president of a regional youth organization, political youth organization, the deputy president of an international youth organization that involves a couple million young people in various countries. So I've been involved in youth. Never heard his name come up before. So when I hear today that he's saying that he's been a youth advocate, I've known you since 1994, bro. That ain't true. Yeah, we have a call on the line. Hello?
Sheldon, a backboard, I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you say earlier on that they didn't give nobody a award in the celebration today. They say some next time. What about Miss? There's one lady I know of over the years that been serving the Grenadian people in as a civil servant for years, been a permanent secretary with partly all the prime ministers that passed through Grenada, that governed Grenada. Miss Steele. And she's a lady again that been helping the people in this country with food, cooking food. She have an organization with people giving food and clothes.
Still doing it. Yeah.
Groceries. Every Saturday.
Yeah, she's still doing it.
And she's still doing it. And that is a lady that a lot of people, some people come and say thanks to Miss Steele. That lady that makes sure. I am telling you, I am not get medical parcel of food from Miss Steele over the years. And that lady, there is a sacrifice that lady does make. And you want to tell me that you are Grenadians that know the work that lady been doing for years. Pamela Steele, that lady work in all different ministries as a permanent secretary in Grenada, Caribbean, Petit Martinique. And that is a lady again that feeding people, clothing people, dropping bags of clothes and groceries by me that people come and pick up, You want to tell me Grenadians don't know what she doing, the work she doing? I'm past teachers, teachers. I look at Mr. Sandy Paul again. Some of my children go to Hingy School. That man is a retiree in the Hingy School, Mr. Sandy Paul. Hey, you don't see something wrong with us in this country, Then all you want to underestimate people and look down at people as me. So I know of a lot of other people that give their service to this country and helping the poor class people in this country.
What I can say, Cammy, is this.
As the man just said, we praying for you all. And you have to be careful. I just always warn you.
Yes, every day. Every day.
Because you have people that don't want to hear your voice. You have people that don't want to hear Mr. Pierre. Mr. Pierre is a man that knows the history of this country.
Mm-hmm.
And others.
Mr. Francis Pierre.
Mr. Pierre is a man that knows the history of this country. And you have people who would like to get rid of you and get rid of me. You understand what I'm saying?
Of course.
I never fear I walk in the street at Grenada. And now sometimes I have to look back. You know. Because you don't know who is who. You don't know who is who. A lot of NNP, they done. They like milk. They done for what? And they don't do nothing for you all. If you're that true NNPI, you're holding on to the rope. You're hanging in there. You're burning your belly. Burn your belly, NNPI. And hold on. Hey.
All right, my dear.
God Almighty, good night. I'm calling you back again. I get sick.
Okay, my dear.
Sick.
Don't worry.
When I listen to how some people treating people as me and watching on at people and have all dirty things to say, we want you, we live in here. Sure.
All right, my love. Yes, indeed, folks. And yeah, I'm going to give you all a few minutes extra tonight because, of course, we started a little late. I do have the ability to give a few minutes extra tonight, so I'm giving a few minutes extra tonight. Nice, beautiful. Let me just make sure I have a thing playing in the background here. Nice. So back to work tomorrow.
I know you were suffering. Men have raped you and abused you and left you there crying. I devote my part.
So remember, all of you barbers, all of you hairdressers, all of you nail technicians that has been doing all them nice fancy nails for the young ladies and so, remember that according to the rules that have been put in place by the Ministry of Health, you now have to go and get yourselves registered. So they're going to be coming at you all, They put it in place, they passed it in law, they're going to be coming at you all now to try and get you all to pay up, Yeah, and you got to pay up and so. And I know a lot of you, they have your information already because a lot of you apply for CES and different things. So they have your information. All right, so they're going to be talking to you all. They'll be coming to some of you all and trying to, you understand? Yeah, they're broadening the tax base. Getting as many of us to pay taxes as they can. While they're broadening the tax base, remember, they gave themselves $24,000 additional a year without a cent tax on it. I'm also hearing some news, additional news out of Carriacou, because it seems as though there may be a change when it comes to the plane, that the big plane might be taken off of the route and they may be putting back a small plane or no plane at all. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm picking up. I think there was supposed to be a meeting yesterday. I don't know if the meeting took place or not, with the officials from SVG Air and the people of Carriacou. So I don't know if that meeting did take place yesterday to discuss that air bridge between Grenada and Carriacou.
Don't bother with them. One day you go rise up too. Cause in times to come is the bread they might have to eat. Listen, let we go. Oh, Grenada, Grenada, here I come. Sweet, sweet Grenada. I will never, ever let you down. Oh no. I'll always be your support, right?
Oh yeah, folks, and tomorrow there is cricket at the Grenada National Stadium. Yeah, go out and watch the cricket too. If you have the time, go and watch some cricket. So let me see, that's West Indies Championship 2023. Who they have playing? Tomorrow, I think they have the Volcanoes. They're playing. Who is that there? Let me see. I can't make it out. The Eagles, something Eagles, you know. Let me see if I could make the thing bigger. The Guyana Happy Eagles. So the Windward Volcanoes playing Guyana, the Happy Eagles. And that's taking place at the Grenada National Stadium tomorrow. It's starting from 10 a.m. All right, yeah, 10 a.m. in EC, Eastern Caribbean time. All right, so that's starting tomorrow. Those of you who can't be there physically, you could join online. But it's better to be there when you hear the nick of the button, hear the nick of the... Yeah, you understand? Yeah, it does be a different thing.
From all those smart rip-off scams who just come to take a bite and and make their own decision and boast to the world that they are the reigning champ. While your friends them happy.
And before I go, let me just drop an issue. Let me just drop an issue before I go tonight. So if anybody gone already to go miss this one. Remember I spoke to you all about the fact that you have several police officers who are in an acting position right now. So you have people who were originally they were sergeants and they were promoted to inspector, but in an acting position for a period of time. Now, those who are in the acting position, let me just make sure here. Usually they would receive their salary and their acting allowance. So you get what is called an acting allowance. So if you're acting as an inspector, you receive an acting allowance. That allowance was stopped in September by the NDC administration, and up to now those officers have no explanation in relation to it, and they have not been confirmed in the position. So they're getting the regular salary and not the acting allowance. So your regular salary may be the salary at the previous rank that you held. So now you're in your khaki, you know, or just call it gabardine. Gabardine. You're in your gabardine. Yes, so you carrying out the functions of an inspector and you're acting inspector, but you're not receiving your acting allowance. That has been taken away from these police officers since September last year by the NDC administration. You know who's the Minister of Finance is also the Minister of National Security. So the police know to talk to about that. That is why when they are meeting, you see some of them police officers' face hard. When they are meeting with the Prime Minister. Because these are the kind of things that are being done to them. So the acting allowance has been removed since September, and they have not been told anything. They haven't been told, well, we're going to put it back, or you haven't been confirmed in the position, or you're going back to your other rank. They haven't been told anything. Yeah? And that is not one or two. It's a lot of officers in that situation right now. Right? So, Mr. Prime Minister, Minister of National Security, and Minister of Finance, please explain to our wonderful men and women in the Royal Grenada Police Force, yeah, or Royal Grenada Police Force, why it is they are in this position right now, and why they cannot be confirmed into the position and start receiving the proper salary. And then remember, after that happens, you still have to go and pay and grade with them, because you stand up in St. Andrew a few days before police vote and tell them vote for you, and you're going to sort out the pay and grade issue. Right? So they're also looking at the pay and grade. So that an inspector that earns a particular salary right now, after pay and grade, would be earning substantially more. So we know that you're afraid to deal with the issue, but you said you would deal with it. So don't say it and then don't deal with it. Don't say it and then do what you've done to these police officers. So you have acting superintendents, you have acting inspectors, you have acting, I think some of them is acting sergeants and all. So you have people in acting positions, and you stop giving them the acting allowance, as you ought to be doing. That is unfair to the men and women of the Royal Grenada Police Force. That is unfair to them. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for Talking Points tonight. Yeah, I'm going to take my leave right about now, but we're going to be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. All right, yeah, I'm going to make sure that I'm here at 8 p.m. to start the program tomorrow night. My name is Sheldon Scott. In whatever you say and do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you and not about you. Love each and every one of you unconditionally. I am out of here.
You lovely people in Grenada, drinking rum coconut. There is something in your land, that no one can understand. There is something in your hill, or is it your mango tree? You have something there that takes my heart away. In Ikanina, we are great.